Anywho, I'm gonna give this another shot. I ran into some more weird glitches, so I'm gonna start the calm section over. Anyway, we're gonna run into the inn, and hopefully this works a little nicer. I guess there's a bunch of updates to the video plugins for ePSXe that I didn't have, so hopefully those prevent the crashing. Anyway, Aerith says, "Bunny, you're late." Barrett says, "Yo, thanks for being early." Yeah, that's a definite translation error on this retranslation. Anyways, Bunny says, "Sorry, looks like I kept you all waiting." Aerith says, "That's everyone." Barrett says, "So, your story? Sephiroth, a crisis facing the planet? Let's hear it." What is this mess? Anyways, Bunny says, "I wanted to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with him on several missions, we got to know each other." Barrett says, "You were friends?" Bunny says, "I'm not sure. I mean, he was older than me and didn't really talk about himself." Anyways, Tifa says nothing. Bunny says, "We were more like comrades, I guess. We trusted each other up until then." Aerith says, "Until then?" And then Bunny says, "Soldier's duty after the war was mostly concerned with rebels who were opposed to Shinra. A lot of that work was pretty grim." Bunny says, "It was 5 years ago, and I was 16. Bunny says, "Sure is raining hard." Bunny talks to one of the Shinra soldiers in the truck and says, "Hey, how are you doing?" The soldier says, "I'll be alright." Bunny says, "I guess I've been lucky. I never had motion sickness." Anywho, Bunny talks to the other Shinra soldier, and the bunny, he says, "Are you ready?" Sephiroth says, "Hey." Sephiroth continues, "Settle down." Bunny says, "They gave me a new materia. I can't wait to try it." Sephiroth says, "Just like a child." Bunny says, "Are you gonna brief us on the mission?" Sephiroth says, "This time our orders are far from typical." Bunny says, "Good." Sephiroth says, "Why do you say that?" Bunny says, "I wanted to be like you, that's why I joined Soldier. But by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. I love these smaller missions, though. They're a way to prove myself." Bunny says, "Say, how does it feel, hero?" Sephiroth says, "I thought you wanted a briefing." Sephiroth continues, "Our orders are to investigate a deteriorated Mako reactor. Along with the malfunction, there's been an outbreak of brutal creatures. Once we're finished with them, we can locate the problem and neutralize it." The game never really explicitly says so, but it kind of makes sense that maybe all the monsters and such from the game are maybe like coming from this Genova creature. Anyways, Bunny says, "Brutal creatures, where?" Sephiroth says, "The Mako reactor at Nibelheim." Bunny says, "Nibelheim, that's where I'm from." Sephiroth says, "Is that so? Hometown." Anyways, the driver of the truck says, "Sir, some crazy looking creature just crashed into our truck." Sephiroth says, "That would be one of our monsters." And this is kind of cool because you get to see what it would be like to be on the same side as the main antagonist of the game. Anyways, Sephiroth pretty much kills that dragon in 2 hits. It's kind of cool. Anyways, we flash back to the inn in Calm where Bunny is describing what happened in his past. And Bunny says, "Sephiroth's strength was unreal. He was far stronger in reality than any of the stories you hear." Aerith says, so where do you come in?" Bunny says, me? I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. Bunny says, and then we reached Nibelheim. Sephiroth says, how does it feel? It's been a while since you were back in your hometown, right? So how does it feel? I wouldn't know. I don't have a hometown. Bunny says, and your parents? Sephiroth says, my mother was called Genova. She died giving birth to me. My father... Then he just starts laughing like a crazy person. Sephiroth says, what am I saying? Alright, let's go. Anyways, when I talk to the Shinra soldiers, it says, lookout is boring. Cloud says, wanna do the usual? Shall we practice? And then the soldier says, practice? Oh, you mean the pose? I guess in soldier, we always have to worry about how we're seen by others, don't we? How did it go? Like this? And then Bunny says, you've gotten a lot better. The Shinra soldier says, I don't really want to be in soldier. The other one says, you'll get into trouble if you keep wandering around. Sephiroth says, this town smells of Mako. Barrett interrupts the story Cloud's telling and says, yo, hang on. That's it, ain't it? What Sephiroth said, his mother's name. Barrett says, Genova. I remember that damn headless freak in the Shinra building. Bunny says, that's right. Tifa says, hold on, Barrett. Let's hear Bunny's story first. You can ask questions later. Barrett says, come on, Tifa. Tifa says, okay, Bunny, carry on. Aerith says, the childhood friends reunite. Bunny says, Tifa really surprised me. The village was deserted. Maybe they shut themselves in their homes because of the monsters. No, maybe they were afraid of us. Anyways, Sephiroth says, we leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure to get to sleep early tonight. Sephiroth turns back and says, since we only need one lookout, the rest of you can take a break. And Sephiroth says, oh, that's right. You may visit your family and friends. Anyways, the soldier says that he's nervous. Cloud says, what's wrong? And the soldier says, you never know when a monster might show up. Somebody runs out of the building and says, I heard the great Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of him with the monster. And I say, get back in your house, it's dangerous. The guy just calls me a pompous asshole, and then says, huh? Aren't you Cloud? Really? Is that you? But we're gonna explore the town and see what the NPCs say. One says, hello, welcome. Hey, aren't you... Bunny says, did I go in here? I don't remember. Barrett says, now you're pissing me off. This doesn't matter. Get the hell on with it. Okay. So we run into our house, and Bunny says, this is my house. It has nothing to do with the incident of 5 years ago. Barrett says, hang on, I want to hear it. Barrett says, yeah, me too. It had been a long time, right? Barrett says, tell us more. Did you see your family? And Bunny says, you say family, but my father died when I was young. That's why my mom lived here alone. Bunny says, yeah, I saw my mom. She was so full of energy, hadn't changed at all. And then, a few days later, she was dead. But when I last saw her, she looked better than ever. Anyways, we go into Cloud's house, and Bunny says, hello. Cloud's mom says, is that you, Bunny? Welcome home. Bunny says, hi, Mom. The mom is kind of doting on him and says, come, come, let your mom take a good look at you. She says, you look so charming. This is a soldier uniform? Bunny says, Mom, listen. The mom just keeps doting on him and says, my, how you've grown. I bet the girls never leave you alone. Bunny says, not really. The mom says, I'm worried about you. The city's full of temptation. Your poor mom would feel a lot better if you settled down with a nice girlfriend. Bunny says, I'm fine. The mom says, you know, if you had an older girlfriend, she'd give you some stability. I think a girl like that would be perfect. Bunny says, I'm not interested. As I think I mentioned before, Aerith is 23, so, you know, kinda Makes it seem like she's the canonical choice for who he would fall in love with, but, you know, never mind. Anyways, the mom says, "Are you eating properly?" Bunny says, "I'm fine, the company takes care of me." The mom says, "Oh, I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you." And then it just kind of flashes around. I don't think he really remembers much. But the mom says, "I'll always be there for you." Bunny says, "Let's stop this." Anyways, Tifa says, "Did you go into my house?" And Cloud says, "Yes. I thought you might be home." Anyways, we run upstairs to look for Tifa. And Tifa says, "Bunny, did you go into my room too?" And I say yes. Only for the funny scene. Obtained slightly stretched underwear. Tifa says, "Bunny, is that true?" I say, "Just kidding, don't get mad." Tifa says, "Bunny, we're talking about something really important here. But, you know, you might as well tool around a little bit and have some fun with this." Anyways, let's just go in the inn and kind of like move on. Anyways, some guy outside the inn says, "You're from Shinra, here to exterminate the monsters, yes?" Bunny says, "Who are you?" The guy says, "I'm Zangan. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. And this in this village, a girl named Tifa is my student." Bunny says, "Did you say Tifa?" Zangan says, "Tifa is very perceptive. She'll be a powerful fighter." Anywho, we run upstairs and Bunny asks Sephiroth what he's looking at. Sephiroth says, "This scenery, it feels familiar somehow." The soldier says, "We're one bed short." And I don't know, I guess. Sephiroth says, "We have an early start, you should get some sleep." And we say, "Yeah, might as well." Sephiroth says, "I hired a guide to take us to the reactor. I'm told she's young, I hope we can rely on her." Anyways, Cloud runs out to this mountain pathway, and this guy says, "I wonder if Sephiroth will let me take a picture." When we talk to Sephiroth, he says, "Once the guide gets here, we'll head out." Tifa's father says, "Listen to me, Sephiroth, if something happens." Sephiroth says, "Calm down," cutting him off. Tifa says, "I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 strong men from Soldier with me." Tifa says, "I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you." And then Bunny says, "Tifa, you're the guide?" Tifa says, "That's right. It just so happens I'm the #1 guide in the village." Bunny says, "But it's too dangerous. I can't let you get involved." Sephiroth says, "Then you can protect her." "Very well, let's go." Anyways, the guy with the camera interrupts and says, "Mr. Sephiroth, can I have a picture as a memento?" Tifa, "Ask Bunny for me too." Anyhow, seems like they're all gonna pose for the picture. And the guy says, "Great, thanks. I'll give each of you a copy once it's developed." And we're getting some narration. It says, "A Mako reactor was inside Mount Nibley. The cold mountain air was just as I remembered it." And they're running around the mountain, going across a bridge. Tifa says, "Okay, from here it gets a lot tougher, so keep up." And then Tifa says, "The bridge." It snaps. And then we kind of use it, I don't know, we just fall lower down the mountain. Let's see. Sephiroth says, "Seems we're all right. Can we make it back?" Tifa says, "The caves around here are intertwined a bit, like an ant farm, so..." "Oh, Mr. Sephiroth, we're one short." Sephiroth says, "It may sound cruel, but we've no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must go on. Stick close together." Anyway, so we start exploring the mountain. And we get inside a cave, and Bunny says, "What's this?" Tifa says, "It's a cave with a strange color." Sephiroth says, "It must be the Mako energy. This energy is especially abundant. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why a reactor was built here." Anyway, as we move forward, we see a gigantic piece of materia with Mako, like, radiating from it. Bunny says, "What's this?" Sephiroth says, "It's a Mako spring. It's said to be a miracle of nature." Tifa says, "Despite its great beauty, it too will disappear if the reactor continues to suck up the Mako energy." They get closer, and Sephiroth says, "That's materia. When Mako energy is condensed, materia like this may form. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state." Bunny says, "Now that you mention it, why is it that when we equip materia, we can also use magic?" Sephiroth says, "You're in Soldier and don't know that?" Sephiroth continues, "The knowledge of the ancients is sealed inside materia. The knowledge to manipulate the power of the land. It binds us to the planet and calls forth magic. Or so they say." Bunny says, "Magic, a mysterious power." Sephiroth starts laughing. Bunny says, "Did I say something funny?" Sephiroth says, "A man once told me never to use unscientific terms like mysterious power. He said that it shouldn't even be called magic. I just remember how angry he was, that's all." Bunny says, "Who was it?" Sephiroth says, "Hojo of Shinra, an inexperienced man who inherited the work of a great scientist. He's a walking mass of complexities." Tifa says, "A Mako spring, so the knowledge of the ancients resides here." Yeah, I like this video plugin a lot more. It's doing a really good job shading and filtering out some blur and making things look a little less granulated. But I'm not getting as much frame rate speed as I'd like. Doesn't seem like there's any difference really when I turn the frame rates off. For the battle anyhow. But I mean, it's rendering all this in real time. And the battles have better defined character models. Anyways, Tifa says, "We made it. That sure was the long way around, though." Bunny says, "Tifa, you wait here." Tifa says, "I'm going inside too. I want to see." Sephiroth says, "It's off limits to civilians. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets." Tifa says, "But..." Sephiroth says to the other Shinra person, "Take care of the young lady." Anyways, Sephiroth and Cloud depart inside the reactor. Tifa says, She's upset. She says, "You better take real good care of me then." Anywho, we are now inside the reactor. Looks like just all the other ones except for this room, basically. Bunny says, "Genova, what's that? Is it locked?" Sephiroth says, "Here's the reason for the malfunction. This is broken. Bunny, close the valve." Alright, so we close the valve. Sephiroth says, "Why did it break?" And then he peeks inside one of the pods. They all say either level 5 or maybe level S on them. Sephiroth says, "I see, Hojo, but you're still no match for Professor Gusto." I think his name was something else in the original translation. Anyways, Sephiroth says, "This system condenses and freezes Mako energy, at least it originally did. Now what happens to Mako energy when it's further condensed?" Bunny says, "Oh yeah, it can become materia." Sephiroth says, "Right, normally, but Hojo put something in there. Take a look." So Sephiroth says, "Look through the window." So we jump up there and look through the window into one of these pods, and it appears to be a human being treated with Mako energy. Gotta love that biological experimentation from an evil fucking company. Anyways, Bunny says, "That's..." Sephiroth says, "Normal members of Soldier, like you, have been irradiated with Mako. You're different from normal people, but still human. But what about these? They've been exposed to a far higher concentration than you." Cloud says, so these are monsters? Sephiroth says yes, and it was Hojo of Shinra who produced these monsters. Grotesque life forms created by Mako energy. That's the reality of it. Bunny says, normal members of Soldier, do you mean you're different? Sephiroth seems to have a migraine, and Bunny says, hey, Sephiroth. Sephiroth says, no, it's not possible. Was I... And then he starts attacking the pods with his sword. Sephiroth says, was I created the same way? He says, am I no different from these monsters? Bunny says, Sephiroth. Sephiroth says, you saw them. Inside all of these, they're human. Bunny says, human? No way. Sephiroth says, ever since I was a child, I felt different from the rest. Special somehow. But not like this. Anyways, one of the pods is malfunctioning. And the person inside it is screaming. More like a screech, really. Outside the pod, it appears it cannot survive and it just dies or something. The dark voice says, am I no different? I didn't understand his words at the time. More than anything, I was shocked that Shinra was creating monsters. Barrett says, ugh, Shinra, the more I hear, the more I hate. Tifa says, who would have believed that the Mako reactor held a secret like that? Nanaki says, is this the reason for the increase in monsters over the past few years? I think we should listen to Bunny's story more carefully from here on. Isn't that so, Barrett? Barrett says, what are you asking me for? And we're just going to keep going. Barrett says, mind your damn business. Okay, Bunny, carry on. Nanaki just says, like... humph. I don't know how to even say that. I guess he's just like... I don't know, when I like sigh like that, it basically means fuck you if somebody's interrupting me. Anyways, Aerith says, Tifa, did you wait outside the whole time? Tifa says yes. Bunny says, we returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He wouldn't talk to anyone. Tifa says, and then he just disappeared. Bunny says, we found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. Tifa says, the villagers called it the Shinra Mansion. It's been unoccupied for as long as I can remember. Bunny says, we hadn't even been born the last time it was used. People from Shinra lived there a long time ago. Anyhow, we leave the inn and we are entering the Shinra Mansion. All the townspeople are looking at us like, what the heck is going on? Where is that basement hidden? There's no point really exploring because we will come back and explore this further later. Anyways, this guy says there's no sign of Mr. Sephiroth, but I know I saw him go in this room. We find a hidden doorway, which looks like an empty well with a spiral staircase, and we run down the steps, past where Vincent is entombed, behind a locked door, and we find Sephiroth reading in this crazy laboratory library place. He says, a seemingly dead organism was found in a 2,000-year-old stratum. Professor Gusto named the organism Genova. Genova was confirmed as an ancient on X day, X month, X year. He continues, on another day, month, and year, Genova project was authorized. Mako Reactor 1 was approved for use. Sephiroth says, my mother's name is Genova. Genova Project. Is this just a coincidence? Professor Gusto, why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? We try to talk to Sephiroth and he says, I wish to be alone. So we leave the room. Thereafter, Sephiroth confined himself to the mansion. He continued to read as if possessed, and not once did the light in the basement go out. Anyway, we take a nap in one of the empty rooms. Guess we're gonna go decide to check on Sephiroth again. The Shinra soldier says, Sephiroth seems different. And we run back down to the basement. Hi, Vincent. I know you're in there, you dirty bastard. Anyways. Sephiroth is laughing maniacally because he, well, is a maniac. Anywho. Sephiroth says, who's there? Loathsome traitor. Bunny says, traitor? Sephiroth says, ignorant traitor, I will explain it to you. The planet originally belonged to the Cetra, a race of nomads. They would travel, unlock the planet, and then move on. At the end of their long, harsh journey, they would find the Promised Land in supreme happiness. Sephiroth says, however, some began to dislike traveling, they built dwellings, and they elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Cetra and the planet had bestowed upon them and gave back not one whit in return. Those are your ancestors. Bunny says, Sephiroth? Sephiroth ignores him and says, long ago disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors fled in all directions. They survived because they hid. The crisis was averted because the Cetra sacrificed themselves. After that, your ancestors continued to spread and multiply. Now all that's left of the Cetra are these reports. Bunny says, what does this have to do with you? Sephiroth says, don't you see? A 2,000-year-old ancient named Genova was found in a layer of ice, which led to the Genova Project. The Genova Project intended to create humans with the abilities of the ancients, that is, the Cetra. I was the one created. Bunny says, created? Sephiroth says, yes. Professor Gusto, leader of the Genova Project and genius scientist, created me. Bunny says, how did he? And then he calls out Sephiroth. Sephiroth just says, out of my way, I'm going to see my mother, and flees the building. Anyways, as we exit the manor, slowly, whee! We have some very ominous music happening. That totally can't be good. Whee! Anyways, the entire village is on fire. Zangan says, hey, it's you. You're still sane, right? Come over here and give me a hand. Anyways, I run into the village and just start shaking my head. Zangan says, I'll check this house, you take that one over there. Which is where your mother is. Well, was. Cloud just shakes his head when he walks out of the building. It's gotta be pretty rough being 16, seeing your hometown burned down after you left many years ago to get trained to become a military officer for an organization that created an artificial human, which then burned down the town in anger once he found out that he was basically the product of some weird alien and a scientist. Bunny says, terrible. Sephiroth, this is beyond cruel. Anyways, Bunny sees Sephiroth fighting the villagers, just killing random people just because he feels like it. And he just walks away and is obstructed by the blaze. Anyways, back at the Mako reactor in the mountain, Bunny appears to be chasing after Sephiroth. And we find Tifa inside the reactor. Tifa says, Papa. Sephiroth's sword is lying on the ground, and it appears Tifa's father is dead. Tifa screams, Sephiroth. Sephiroth did this to you, didn't he? Tifa says, Sephiroth, soldier, Mako reactor, Shinra, everything. I hate them all. She picks up his weapon and runs into the reactor. Sephiroth is up by the door and says, "Mother, I'm here to see you. Please open the door." Tifa says, "How could you do that to my dad? How could you do that to all the villagers?" Tifa tries to stab him, but Sephiroth wrests the weapon away from her and knocks her down the stairs. He then enters the Genova pod, or whatever that is. Anyways, Tifa says, "When I'm in a bind, you said you'd come. You promised me." Cloud picks her up, sets her on a more level surface, and follows Sephiroth into the room. And we see some kind of weird alien-like apparatus. Sephiroth says, "Mother, let's reclaim the planet. I have a great idea. We'll head to the Promised Land." Bunny says, "Sephiroth, my family, my hometown, how could you?" Sephiroth laughs and says, "Here they are again, Mother. With your superior abilities, knowledge, and magic, you were destined to rule the world. But they, those worthless fools, stole the planet from you and your people. You need not be sad any longer." That might be an audio glitch. That's kind of weird. Anyways, he rips this machination in front of this gigantic test tube off the wall. I don't know if it's just there for visual appealing or if it's just like some kind of sentry. Anyhow, we can see Genova inside this tube, maybe being artificially kept alive. Bunny says, "What are you gonna do about this grief? My family, my friends, having my hometown taken from me, it's the same as your sorrow." And he pulls out his weapon. Sephiroth says, well, he's laughing, and then he says, "My sorrow? What do I have to be sorrowful about? I'm the chosen one. I've been chosen to rule the planet." Sephiroth says, "I was given life in order to take this world from you worthless fools, to reclaim it for the Cetra. What then should I be sad about?" Bunny/Cloud says, "Sephiroth, I trusted you. Not anymore. You're not the Sephiroth I used to know." And it just keeps flashing back and forth between them. One of the many foreshadowing elements that kind of like lets you know that Cloud's grasp on this situation isn't really all there. Anyways, Bunny says, "That's the end of my story." Barrett says, "Wait a damn minute, what happened next?" And then he says, Bunny says, "I don't remember." Aerith says, "What happened to Sephiroth?" Bunny says, "Considering the sheer strength he possessed, it's unlikely I defeated him." Tifa says, "Sephiroth has been declared dead in the public records. I read it in the newspaper." Aerith says, "The Shinra company is in charge of the media, so you can't rely on that." Bunny says, "I need to be sure about what happened back then. I went up against Sephiroth and survived. Why didn't he kill me?" Tifa says, "I'm alive too." Aerith says, "A lot of this doesn't fit. What about Genova? It was in the Shinra building, right?" Bunny says, "Yeah, Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgar." Aerith says, "Did someone come and take it? It's not in the Shinra building anymore." Tifa says, "Sephiroth, perhaps?" Barrett says, "Ugh, I don't get any of this. I'm going, gone. I'll leave the thinking to you." Barrett continues, "Yo, Bunny, come on, get ready." And I say, "Wait a sec." Barrett says, "What are you waiting for? You just gonna stand there and let Sephiroth get to the Promised Land? I ain't letting Sephiroth or Shinra get there, because if they do, we're all screwed. That much I do know." I just say, "Beautiful." Barrett says, "No problem." That's gotta be a translation error. Whatever. Anyways, Bunny says, "Oh boy." Tifa says, "Bunny? How bad was I after Sephiroth slashed me?" Bunny says, "I thought you were a goner. It was awful." Aerith interjects and says, I mean the ancients, the Cetra, Genova, Sephiroth, and me." Tifa says, "Let's go. Barrett's waiting." Nanaki says, "What a fascinating story." Anywho, offline I explored the town and picked up all the items that were hidden around and stuff. Barrett says, hey, take this. We obtain the PHS, and we can now change party members on the world map and save points whenever we want. I guess it's a phone. I don't really know what PHS stands for. Maybe phone horny system? I have no idea. Anyways, Barrett says, with the PHS we can stay in touch. If anything happens, make sure to use it. Barrett says, with this we can meet up anytime. Barrett says, alright, I'm off. I don't know why they didn't just name the damn thing a cell phone, but whatever. Do we need to stay at the inn? Nope. Anyways, we leave the town, and we are definitely switching party members. And it might make more sense to equip this on her, just because I have that cover materia on her, so that she purposely gets injured to level up her limits and such. What else we got? Oh, actually, we're gonna put enemy skill on her and protect. And then we'll give him... I guess I have 2 fires and 2 lightnings. We can do, I guess, heal would make sense. All I have left is fire and sense. That's fine. And we are on our way to the Chocobo farm. Actually, not yet. I want to get attacked by one of these douchebags on a motorcycle so that I can learn... I think it's some kind of attack, but it's good for Aerith. Dang. Yeah, this freaking plugin just looks a hell of a lot nicer. I've gotta take bio off Cloud Sword, it's not helping us. Maybe it's not this. It might be like some enemy with like pods on it or something. I do, however, recall that you can learn one of the decent enemy skills around here. And since Aerith has such high magic, we can use her to like basically crowd control stuff for a while with that. Yeah, screw that. Let's do it this way. If she gets hurt a lot, it's fine. Alrighty. Whee! But I'm pretty sure that enemy only appears in the Midgar area. And I keep forgetting to take bio off. Jeez. Some year. Let's give him lightning instead. Anyways, not doing too bad. I thought that would take a little bit longer to read through that part. I just remember it being such a pain in the booty. Smoke round. That's not what I'm wanting. I don't know if it's that enemy, though. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I think somebody learned... No, never mind. It's definitely not these wolves, I'm pretty sure. Too bad I don't have the manipulate materia yet, so I can force them to use it on me. Yeah, I need to put the hypers back on them. That's what they're called. They renamed it to stimulant in the retranslation. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not running around here for no reason. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it's that purple enemy, so I need to fight another one of those. But that was not an ideal place to learn it because it was a pincer attack, so it wasn't really guaranteed that they were going to aim for Aerith with that. Anyways, that's not what I'm looking for, so let's just... Yeah, might as well kill him. Oh, I hate back attacks. Because it puts all your people from the front row and the back row, and then it just takes too long to switch them back into the front row. I mean, you take less damage back there, but it's also just a pain in the booty. Let's see. Let's get those stimulants working for us here. There we go. Oh boy, thieves. Super fun. Eh, whatever, we need Aerith to get her kill count up anyway. And we got our tent back that this jerk stole. This piece of crap ran away. Whatever. And we leveled up some materia. Nice. I think if I use that property materia with fire on Aerith, that we can maybe also learn the snake's cool magic too. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Have her do that. Now we're going to use that to crowd control enemies to get our kill counts up. I'm really curious with the Final Fantasy Remake if they're gonna like let Aerith survive or maybe come back later in the game or something, or even worse than that, fucking put her in as DLC or some shit. That would be like the worst. I would literally just roll my eyes until I had a seizure and died. It would be that fucking bad. Pardon my language. Anyways. We're just gonna take shit out. Apparently Aerith just has missiles attached to her. Awesome. And we keep on running, running, and running, running, and running, running. Whatevs. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to use that magic spell. Oh well. Apparently my brain's broken today. They call this crime hazard instead of clim hazard. I don't know that that necessarily clears anything for me. Let's see if we can learn. I think the spell used to be called Beta, but I don't know if it really is. Let's do... Star pendants are fine. Let's do... Oh yeah, Materia, geez. My brain's having some troubles today. We want to do... Let's do that for now. I haven't played this in a while. This might be way too early for me to try and learn that spell, but... doesn't really hurt anything, does it? You can just watch me get my ass kicked by a gigantic snake. Yes, here comes our fluffy little snake now. I have, like, gotten lucky and gotten past it before. But we're probably going to need to catch a chocobo. Let's... Poison Null. Oh, they renamed that spell too. It's kind of wild. That's not good for your health, Barret. You are dead. I don't know. Let's try to keep some people alive, maybe. Just go buy like an ass ton of Phoenix tails or whatever they're called. Oh my. No, we don't want to do that. What am I thinking? If it can't use magic, it cannot, yeah, do that skill I'm trying to get it to use on me. Hey, at least I can take one hit. That's not so bad, actually. I don't know. Let's... We'll just get limit breaks for days. He doesn't have cure, though. Maybe we can just poison this guy. Just screw around a little bit. Oh, that's nice, actually. This is wild. I kind of thought like I was gonna walk over here and get murdered really bad really quick. But here we are, poisoning a snake. That's ridiculous in my opinion. Snakes should maybe have like, I don't know, some poison resistance? Just a thought. We are trolling the snake. Trolly, trolly, trollalols. That's not very nice, you fucker. I don't have any more of those, so let's not do that right this second. I don't know. Let's use fire or something. This is too funny. I'm having way too much fun right now. I need to get a fucking life. Oh shit, it's gonna expel some motherfuckers. I forgot it could do that. Let's re-roll that RNG, shall we? It's already set in stone. Goodbye, Cloud, you dirty bastard. Hey, as long as it doesn't kick Aerith out, I think we're good. Come on, use that nasty fire magic on me, you dirty bird. Let's just have him use a potion on himself. We can save that for later. Oh my, how rude. Oh, you're gonna heal Aerith, are ya? That's very nice of you, sir. Then we should learn that, I think. Oh, fuck. Oh, actually that's fine, because Cloud got kicked out of battle. So we're gonna learn the spell. That's hilarious. Awesome. I'm okay with that. That worked out great. If I can get the fuck out of this thing before it kills me anyway. Run, bitch, run! Alright. That's wild. Whatever. Let's go sleep at an inn and hang out at the Chocobo farm. I've never done that before. That's... It's such a high-level spell. It's like, that's just too funny. Whatever. This guy named Green says, looking to get past the wetlands? I'm gonna say, yeah. In that case, you need a Chocobo. With a Chocobo, you can zip through the wetlands in one go-go, bro. That's the only way you'll avoid being attacked by the Midgard Sormer. I think they call it the Midgard Salam in the original. I don't know that that adds any context. Green says, what is the Midgard Sormer? It's a huge snake monster, almost 10 meters tall. It listens for the squelching sounds of those moving through the wetlands. And then wham, you've had it. You don't want to end up like that, so please buy a Chocobo. To purchase one, talk to my grandson. He's in the stable, the building on the far right of the farm. That reminds me, earlier there was someone heading over there. Crossing there without a Chocobo, the snake will have had him for breakfast. He was wearing this pitch black cloak. Anyways, he's just gonna ramble the same shit all over again for no reason. Looking for a place to stay? How about 100 gil? Sounds good. It's cheaper than buying Phoenix Downs and potions and stuff. Alright. Did I really learn that spell? I've just gotta know. Oh yeah, let's check here. Oh no, it's not in there. I guess you gotta survive the hit. I could have swore it was a fire spell though. Oh well. Let me check that out actually, if there's another way. Yeah, it says it's fire-based damage, and it cannot be reflected. Let's see... Oh, I don't have enough HP, I guess. I would need to use my highest HP character, so let's maybe do it this way. See if we can still get it another way. Skill, let's get rid of that. And let's put that on Cloud. And I think I've got... Yeah, that's fine. We'll give that another shot in a little bit here. Anyways, Green says, need a chocobo? I'm gonna say, yeah. Green says, you old folks are out of luck. Why'd they name both those characters Green? Whatever. Bunny says, old folks. Green says, we don't have any chocobos. The ones outside belong to another customer. You know, if you really want a chocobo, why don't you catch one in the wild? Want to know about wild chocobos? Where are they? Do you see those 3-clawed prints out there? Whenever you see those, chocobos are nearby. But without the lure, they won't appear. They're very cautious. The lure? As the name suggests, the chocobo lure is a materia that baits chocobos. When equipped, wild chocobos will be attracted. Otherwise, they simply won't show up. Want to know about them? How do I catch one? Wild chocobos will appear with monsters. You need to get rid of them before you can catch a chocobo. If it wasn't hard enough already, they're really cautious. They'll skedaddle at the drop of a hat, but by using greens, you can distract them, and they'll be less likely to run away. Want to know more? Whatever you do, don't rile a chocobo. They're quite docile normally, but tick them off and you'll be sorry. Oh, and remember, a captured chocobo will disappear as quick as a flash the instant you dismount it. Want to know about wild chocobos? I guess I'm going to say I'm not interested. Shall we get to business? I'll sell you the lure for $2 grand. Okay. Wouldn't hurt to buy some greens either. Alright, so we're going to buy... I don't know, let's just buy one of the nicer greens. Anywho, the other person says, were you swindled? Well, don't be mad at my brother, Green, or Grandpa, Green. God. Crean says, it's been like this since Mom and Dad died. Apparently they just are struggling and they need money or whatever. I don't know. I don't really care. We'll worry about that later. I'm gonna try and learn that spell one more time, just for fun. Maybe I should, like, level up a bit, or, let's see. Intellect. Magic or intellect? Maybe intellect is better to have him, because it seems like it's a magic spell. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a go. Let's just make sure, yep, okay. We got a state saved. Anyways, let's bio this freak. Let's have her use cure. Let's have him, I don't know, use fire. Oh, the bio didn't stick. Anywho. Huh. That'll be fine. Nope, that's not good. Yowza. Oh my. No, don't fucking do that, please. Ah, the RNG has been set in stone. Alrighty, well, that sucks. Let's see how much it takes off a Barrett. Ooh, 1,200, huh? Anyways, let's go heal up and try one more time. That's unfortunate that he targeted my enemy skill person who is set up to hopefully survive that. Yeah, Cloud's got the highest HP and the highest intellect, so he's probably the best one to survive that. I don't know why they don't just call it MDF. Magic Defense, bruh. There we go. Come to me, my snakey. Actually, let's have him do that. There we go, we got you, you dirty bastard. Hopefully that'll give me some more shots to re-roll that. Anyways... Oh, we need to cure poor Barrett's. And who are we kicking out? How about fuck you? Let's see what he does this time. Okay. That's fine. Sorry, Barrett. Well, we know we're full HP for when it chooses to try and screw my life up. Oh, you fucker! You can't be serious. Alright, whatever. We're gonna have to try a different state since it's definitely trying to fuck me over. That's fine. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Poor Aerith. At least Cloud's got full health. Let's see if we can live through this puppy. Oh yeah, that's how we do it. Womp womp. Let's see if that does it. Nope. Maybe I have to survive the actual fight itself. That would be kind of rough. Well, I can just let the poison wipe it out and just hope I can continue to spam heal myself. Actually, let's... Did that crit hit me? Dang. No buenos. Oh, that worked out kind of nice. Nope, that's not how we want that to go. Oof. It might make more sense to do that. Just waste a bunch of Phoenix Tails. What used to be called Phoenix Downs, anyways. Oh no, that's not good. Ha! Hilarious. Let's see if we learned that skill though, because I did get killed a bunch of times. Oh, we got it, baby. Alright. Anyways. I don't know, let's just clean this all up really quick. She's going to have enemy skill and protect and all and restore and let's go with well, we don't need to use that chocobo lure. That's good. She can just do that. Give him maybe like this. We have a lightning and a fire, I believe, in use. He's got fire. Okay. So no more all magic though. All restore, all heal, all lightning. So let's kill that. Let's put I don't know. And we'll just do a different one of those. Actually, let me check. That says 530. That's 847. So let's take the higher leveled one. Oh shit! Didn't expect the snake to come back a second time right after I just killed it. Wow. What the hell am I doing right now? Anyways, let's just actually put this on her for now. And then let's see. That's better. Let's save so I don't fuck anything up really fast. And let's catch a chocobo. Oh, let me alter my items too to and then order custom. Where's my green at? There we go. Let's put that at the top so we don't waste any time. We've got, let's get this like that. There we are. It is Chocobo time. Oh my. Let's have pie. This is probably my favorite Chocobo music. Oh, you ate my green already, you filthy bastard. Oh, that's not what we wanted at all. Come on. Oh, of course. Really? Not dead yet, are we? I might have to just use magic and try and kill him a little faster. There we go, we caught it. One shot, because I'm a cheater. Anyways, how to ride a chocobo. Don't push the cancel button, idiot. I'm cool with that. Well, at least until we get over here. We don't want Snaky Poo getting us. Anyhow, as we can see, a different snake has been impaled with a gigantic sharpened tree. Seems like that would kind of take a while, even for someone like Sephiroth. Anyway, Bunny says, did Sephiroth do this? When you check it, you see some thunder. Or hear thunder, rather. Barrett says, this Sephiroth guy is damn incredible, I'd say. Aerith says, so this is what we're up against. Yikes. Yeah, it's some groovy stuff, I guess. Anyway, we are in some kind of caves. We are definitely going to climb up there and get this long-range materia, which is super useful. We want to equip it immediately. Let's have her enemy skill be on there. Restore all, heal all. Fire, lightning, earth, ice. Let's do that then. And let's do that. Oh yeah, let's also do this. Look at these jerks. Let's kill them. I don't know. Let's just Metro Magic them. That's how we like to do it. Anyways, we got some ether, we got a tent. And that's the exit. So let's go down there. Womp womp. We picked up a mind source. Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, nothing over there. Anywho, Rude says, hold it, as we move further in the canyon, or cavern, rather. Aerith says, is this? Rude says, you know who I am, right? I'm gonna say, I'm not interested. Rude says, I'm from the Turks, and don't you forget it. It's hard to explain what the Turks do exactly. Bunny says, abducting people? Rude says, to put it negatively, you could say that. But there's much more to it these days. Someone says, sir. Urena says, Rude, you don't like speeches, so don't force it. Rude says, okay, I'll leave this to you. Urena says, I'm Urena, the newest member of the Turks. Thanks to what you did to Lino, we're short-handed. Although I guess that's why I was accepted into the Turks. Urena says, in any case, our orders are to determine where Sephiroth is going and to make your life difficult every step of the way. She continues, hang on, it's the other way around. You're the ones getting in our way. Zhang says, Urena, you've said more than enough. Urena says, Mr. Zhang? Zhang says, they don't need to know our business. Urena says, sorry, sir. Zhang says, I thought I gave you orders. Go, report back as instructed. Urena says, of course. Very well, Rude and I will track Sephiroth, who's headed for Junan's harbor. Zhang says, Urena, do you have a hearing problem? Urena says, oh, I'm sorry. Zhang says, now go, don't let Sephiroth get away. Rude and Urena depart and say, yes, sir. Rude continues on his way out. Lino sends his warm regards. He's hoping to meet up with you again after the wounds heal. Now that we're best friends, he wants to share his new weapon with you all. Zhang says, well now, Aerith, it's been a while. Now that Sephiroth's reappeared, as far as Shinra's concerned, you're no longer a priority. Aerith says, what are you saying, that I should be grateful to Sephiroth? Zhang says, no, but we'll be seeing less of each other from now on. Take care of yourself. Aerith says, that's strange coming from you. Zhang says, and I would very much appreciate it if you'd stay out of Shinra's way. And then he departs. Anywho, looks like some free stuff. It's an elixir, and a high potion, and some encounters. How did her magic miss? I don't know. Could that animation be slower? Jeez. Snakes that use ice breath. I would have went with poisoning myself, but whatever. And we are through the cave, and we can go to Fort Condor and annoy me with a minigame that gets you nothing interesting, or we can just pretend like we never saw that hellhole and move on with our life. That's what I'm gonna do. I believe the next place is Gongaga. I don't know what they named it in this, but we'll find out. Am I gonna get back attacked every time? Jeez. Super annoying. I don't know, we're going to Junon next, it appears. Yeah, screw Fort Condor. I'm not in the mood. We have to do the minigame later, mandatory anyway. And the prizes aren't that good. Bunny says, what's with this place? It's so run down. Anywho, we walk into this room. And there's nothing there. Okay. This old lady says, this is rare. We almost never have anyone coming to our village other than the Shinra. Apparently this is a store. It sells nothing at all that's worth anything. Great, cool. Let's just hope that that guy dies from cancer. Anyways, this guy says, ever since Shinra built that city up above during the war, cough cough, we haven't been able to catch a single damn fish. The sea is so filthy now. Okay, apparently that door doesn't open. There is nothing in here. Bunny says, what is this place? Who are you people? Where did you come from? Did you see a man in a black cloak? The old guy says, no, haven't seen anyone like that. Anywho. This guy says, the elevator belongs to Shinra. No snooping around. Okie dokie. And a little girl says, hey, Mr. Dolphin. My name's Priscilla, now you say it. Priscilla says, who are you? You're from Shinra, aren't you? Barrett says, no, you got it all wrong. We're fighting against Shinra. Bunny says, it's the truth. Priscilla says, I don't believe you. Get out of here. Aerith says, what's that? Priscilla says, Mr. Dolphin's in trouble, and then runs out there to protect it. Because, you know, little girls can definitely swim faster than dolphins. The little girl gets knocked out by the gigantic monster, and is underwater. She's basically stupid. Anyways, Bunny says, hold on, we're coming! And we are in a boss fight. I'm curious how much that will hurt this thing. Probably should have been paying attention when I did that, but I wasn't. I missed with a magic spell. I don't even know what to say. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen magic spells miss as much as I have in this run of this game. Kind of blown away. Anyways, this boss uses some kind of sphere of water that slowly drowns you. Kinda not nice. How did this thing become unpoisoned? Oh well, it died. And we got a power wrist. Bunny says, this is bad. You don't think she's dead, do you? This is an annoying minigame where we do pretend CPR on a little girl. Someone screams, Priscilla, and runs to the beach. Presumably it's someone she knows. They don't have a name, though. This person says, it's no use. She's not breathing. Ah, I know. Young man, CPR. Bunny says, mouth to mouth? Barrett says, we're counting on you, Bunny. But we have a same-sex person over there. Anyways, Bunny says, but she's a girl and I'm a man. Aerith says, Bunny, hurry. The old guy says, don't you know how? Come over here, I'll show you. Yeah, because that's what we're going to do when somebody's like, you know, drowning. We're going to teach someone CPR when we already know it instead of performing it ourselves. Totally logical. Anyways, Bunny says, guess I gotta do it. Just take a deep breath, hold it in as long as you can, and then breathe into her. Hurry up. Press square to start breathing, and square again to stop the gauge. Nope, she's dead. Oh well, not really. Yeah, this is totally how CPR works. Definitely don't need to do any chest compressions. Don't worry about that shit. This is how you do it. You imagine a gauge of your lungs. Anyways, Priscilla says, ugh. She doesn't throw up the water or anything. She just magically is healed. Anyways, the old person says, Woohoo! Priscilla, are you alright? Picks her up and takes her away. I think this is Priscilla's house. The old guy says, sorry, Bunny, Priscilla needs to rest for a while. Okie dokie. This old person says, come inside my house for a minute. I definitely go into strangers' houses all the time. She says, I heard what happened. You've done so much for Priscilla. You must all be tired. If you need to rest, feel free to stay here. Make yourselves at home, says the creepy old lady, and then she walks out. Barrett says, I need to unwind. Bunny says, yeah, let's get some sleep. And the dark voice in our dream says, speaking of which, Cloud says, you again? Who are you? The dark voice says, you'll know soon enough, but more importantly, 5 years ago. Cloud says, 5 years ago, Nibelheim? The dark voice says, back then when you went to Mount Nibley, or Nibelheim, I guess they ran out of characters, Tifa was your guide, right? Cloud says, yeah, that surprised me. The dark voice says, but where was she other than that? Cloud says, I don't know. The dark voice says, and it was such a great chance for the two of you to see each other again after so long, wasn't it? Cloud says, yes, it was. The dark voice says, so why weren't you able to see each other alone? Cloud says, I don't know, I can't remember clearly. The dark voice says, why don't you try asking Tifa? Cloud says, yeah. The dark voice says, wake up. Hey, wake up, Bunny, says Tifa, who was not in my party but magically appeared here. When Sephiroth and I went to Nibelheim, where were you, says Bunny. Tifa says, we met, remember? Bunny says, I mean, other than that. Tifa says, it was 5 years ago, I don't remember. But never mind that, there's something going on. Come quick. I'll assure you, I never come quick. Anyways, this person says, after all we've been hearing about for the last few decades is Shinra, I miss the days when we'd talk about fish. Tifa says, doesn't it seem a little strange, everything getting so noisy all of a sudden? Aerith says, I heard that girl regained consciousness. Barrett says, it's really buzzing up there. Nanaki says, does all this commotion have something to do with Shinra? Priscilla comes out of the house. Bunny says, are you okay? Priscilla says, thanks for helping me. Priscilla says, sorry I mistook you for Shinra. Bunny says, it's cool. Priscilla says, I'll give you something special. It's an ocean amulet. Take good care of it, okay? Apparently it's the Shiva materia. Barrett says, what's that music about? Sure sounds lively. Priscilla says, I heard they're rehearsing for the new Shinra president's inauguration. Barrett says, Rufus, I gotta pay my respects. Priscilla says, you know, my grandma and granddad told me the cove was beautiful when they were little, but after Shinra built the city above, the sun stopped shining here and the sea got all polluted. I was brought up listening to those stories. It's no wonder I hate Shinra's guts. Aerith says, is Rufus thinking about crossing the ocean from here? Aerith continues some more. Maybe Sephiroth is too. Nanaki says, you mean Rufus couldn't stop him? Barrett says, we need to get to the districts above. Maybe we could scramble up the support. Priscilla says, no, the bottom of the support's electrified. Don't go near it, it's dangerous. That's not how electricity works. The whole water would be electrified if that's the case, but we can walk into it without getting electrocuted. Up until getting close to it for no reason other than faulty science. Anyways, Priscilla says, you might be able to get past it if Mr. Dolphin helps you, who was a dolphin swimming in the electrified water, and thusly would be electrocuted to death. But apparently the video game logic says we can use the dolphin to get up there anyway. Anyways, Tifa says, an electrified support, I guess this is a job for Bunny. Aerith says, yeah, leave it up to Bunny. Nanaki says, we're counting on you. Bunny says, hey, wait. Whatever. Now we do another annoying minigame. Priscilla says, watch this. And uses the whistle to summon the dolphin. because apparently she's been training it for such an event that eco-terrorists need to use a dolphin to jump 9,000 feet into the air and drop us on a beam, which apparently is electrified, but somehow, you know, the metal won't conduct the electricity to the point where it electrocutes us. I just can't even with this. Anyways, Barrett says, now ain't that something? I've never seen a dolphin jump like that before. Barrett hasn't been to SeaWorld. Anyways, Priscilla says, pretty neat, huh? When I blow the whistle, Mr. Dolphin jumps for me. Here, this is a present for you, mister. Bunny says, what do I do with it? Wow. Apparently he didn't just see her blow the whistle and have the dolphin jump. He's an idiot. Anyways, Priscilla says, just go into the water, blow on the whistle, and Mr. Dolphin will jump you to the top of the support. The instructions say, call the dolphin with the square button. Bunny says, jump me to the top of the support. Priscilla says, see that rod sticking out of the top? If you jump just right, you'll land on it, and then you can reach the city above. Or we could bribe the elevator guy with 10 gil, but never mind that. Barrett says, go get him, Bunny. We'll be right behind you. Whoa, I'll hold the PHS for you. It'll break if it gets wet. Want to try jumping with Mr. Dolphin? Well, let's just get this done. Apparently I was not close enough. I need to get closer. Anyways, I don't know. This thing is so goddamn annoying. I'm apparently right where the electrical charge is, but don't worry. It'll be fine. Oh god, this is so fucking annoying. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. Basically, oh, I got electrocuted. Priscilla says, don't go near the electrified support. Okie dokie. Are we ever gonna get up here? There we go. And we have climbed the support, and we see the High Wind, an airship which we will steal later in the game. It's really sad that this is not a treasure chest, but is in fact a button to lower this gigantic platform. They could have made it look like anything else, but nope, they made it look exactly like the treasure chests in the game. The new president, the reception. Anyways, some guy comes out and says, you're still dressed like that? Come here. Mistaking him for a Shinra soldier. Today of all days, it's only the inauguration for the new president. Get changed, you idiot. I guess we're gonna change. The guy says, stop yapping, get it done. Bunny says, a Shinra uniform. I must have been so proud when I first put this on. I wonder when it was that I started to hate wearing the thing. The commanding officer says, hey, looking good. You remember the greeting, right? Your face says it all. Well, let me show ya. Just follow my lead. Time for more annoying mini-games. Anyways, they say, Captain, we'll help too. Allow me, sir. I'll sing, sir. The captain says, okay, let's have it. Now march. It's the inaugural parade. Sing along with me. Come on. Ready then? 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep in step with the soldier next to you and march with spirit and pride. Once you're all in step, shoulder your rifle. You got it? I'm gonna say, got it. Good. Make sure you're at your best for the real thing. Sir, Rufus has arrived. Preparations are complete. This guy says, showtime. Don't disgrace yourself. Anyways, let me check. I know you can get different prizes based on your thing, and I prefer to get the good sword. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so score over 100, and you can get the Force Stealer. Okay, let's try to do that. Let the parade begin. Anyways, the soldiers are running towards the parade that they are late for. And we see a pan of the city, which has a gigantic gun and an unfinished runway. Maybe that's for ships. I couldn't tell ya. This can't be right. No one's here. Are we late? Hey, rookie, this is 'cause you were too damn slow. Anyways, the other soldier says, we'll take this shortcut. Right, good strategy. Get over here. The guy says, you first. Okay. I'll go first. Sneak into the back of the line when you see an opening. Okay. I'm just shrugging. Now listen up. The parade's being broadcast live on Shinra TV around the world. If you look bad, the whole Junon army will look bad. Keep that in mind while you're out there. Okay, jump in line when I give the signal. Sneak in casually from the rear and keep in formation. Right. Double time. Are you gonna let me go yet, dude, or what? Alright, I guess I'm supposed to go now. And 1, and a 2, and a 3. The TV producer says, what the heck was that soldier doing? The associate director says, I have no idea. The TV producer says, how are the ratings? The assistant director says, well, they're okay, I guess. The TV producer says, send that soldier a gift or something. And I got 6 potions. Anyways, good, we made it. Uh-oh, it's President Rufus. Hey, line up, shut up. Don't move off that spot.
Stab him in the back.
Rufus says, at ease. What happened to the airship, he says. Heidegger says the long-range airship is still being prepared. It should be ready in about 3 more days, and then he starts laughing. Rufus says, what about the Air Force's Guernicas, whatever the hell that word is? Heidegger's just laughing like an insane moron. Rufus says, stop that stupid laugh. Things are different from when my father was in charge. Heidegger continues laughing anyway, 'cause he's a dipshit. Rufus says, is my ship ready? Heidegger says, yes, sir, we'll launch it on the double, even though 5 seconds ago they just said it would take 3 days. Whatever. Heidegger continues laughing, and then he starts beating up on one of the soldiers, because he's just really professional like that. They say, what a disaster. Heidegger was really pissed off. The man in the black cloak's been roaming the city, but no one can find him. Bunny says, man in a black cloak? One of the soldiers says, he showed up about 2 or 3 days ago and killed a few soldiers. He's disappeared again after that. There's a rumor going around that it was the legendary Sephiroth. The officer says, 10 hut, dismissed. The guy says, you again, you think the army's a joke, eh? And I'm gonna say, I wouldn't know. The guy says, slacker, no break for you. Come with me. Yeah, he says it no matter what I say. Alright, this is the army. Your orders now are to send off President Rufus at the harbor. I'll keep drilling you until it's time. The 2 guys come back to help us. And we have an annoying minigame thing. Yeah, whatever. These guys ever shut up? Oh, I accidentally clicked not yet. That's unwise of me. Yep, we got it. Good. Don't disgrace yourself. What's the special pose? Alright, Ricky, you decide. And we do our battle win pose. Wow, that was awesome. Excellent. We'll go with that as the special. Be sure to practice it. Meet at the harbor. Don't be late. 10 hut. Dismissed. Anyways... This guy says, forget duty, step over here. He sells some different materials that I don't have yet. So we're gonna buy some of them. Yes, we will. Because, whatever. Game be damned, we might as well get some awesome equipment while we're in here. There's like a ton of stores. Anyways, at the weapons store, this guy says, are you looking for weapons? And we're gonna buy just that one item, because I think we're gonna get a better sword in a second here. Because I'm gonna cheat until I get it. Let's see. This other store, does it have anything good? Just items. Actually, let's get some stimulants. And in here, I think there is an item somewhere. I think that downstairs part is more like tutorial stuff, and I don't want to deal with it. Anyways, we got a mine source, a 135th soldier, and a luck source. And a power source. And a guard source. Cool. Alright, I think we're gonna move on to the ceremony thing here. And there's still a couple more places. I think that's a bar. That's an inn. I don't think we need to use that. Let's see. This person says, by all means come in, and there's 3 ladies. This guy says, if we didn't do this, I wouldn't be able to compete. Anyway. I have all those, so I don't care. And protects against darkness and sleep, I don't care. It's like, might as well just take a peek since we're over here. Could have swore they had more on sale than this, but anyways, we got a speed source and another 135th soldier. And this guy has even worse weapons than the last store, so we're not going to buy anything. Yay! Alright, I guess it's time for us to do this annoying minigame. 10 hut, it's time. Line up. President Rufus has arrived. This is it, the main event, the Junon military send-off. Do it with enthusiasm. Do it like a soldier. Are you ready? Oops. I'm already screwing this shit up. Oh my goodness, I suck at this apparently. Why am I not getting any, like... Whatever. Maybe these left face things don't matter. Whoops. Alright, finish strong. Oops. Yay! We got the cool sword. Rufus says, "Well done. Keep up the good work for our company." Heidegger says, "Here's a special bonus for you. A token of the President's goodwill. Don't you forget it." And we got the Force Eater, which was called the Force Edge previously. Rufus says, "If word gets out that Sephiroth passed through here, Bunny and the others will show up." Heidegger says, "We'll crush them as soon as we find them." Rufus says, "We can't have them interfering." Heidegger says, "Leave it to me," and starts laughing. Rufus says, "I thought I told you to stop doing that silly laugh." Heidegger doesn't like that and decides to maybe take it out on one of the soldiers, but the boat whistle blows and he boards the boat. Anyways, we have been dismissed. They said, "That was close. Heidegger's really been on edge lately. I heard Hojo resigned and hasn't been seen since. Heidegger's been stuck with the search for him." I mean, it would have sounded better if they said Heidegger's been stuck searching for him, but whatever. Anyways, they say, "Hey, I said dismissed." Anyways, this guy says there's a lot of cleaning to do, get a move on. And I think we just jump on the boat or whatever. Bunny says, "We're heading for a new continent over the sea, wearing Shinra uniforms. I'm on a boat." Anyways, I'm getting close to about 2 hours here. Once I find a save point, I'm gonna save and be done. Anyways, we obtained an ether and an all materia, and I think I forgot to pick up Yuffie. Oh well. This one says, "Hey, it's me, Aerith. Hey Bunny, did you see the airship at Junon?" Bunny says, "I heard it was big, but I didn't expect it to be that big." Aerith says, "Yeah, it was really something. You think I'll ever get to ride on it?" I say, "I'll take you on it someday." Anyways, Aerith says, "Wow, I'm really looking forward to it." Anyways, I'm just gonna go save. I think there's a save point over here. There we go. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.